There's more, I think. Yeah. Oh, reloading. Got him, got him.
Nice. I killed that plane, by the way.
Nice.
Killing another plane. That is just retarded how easy that is. Hi guys, this is Mattias. Now this video is going to be about what is probably the easiest and most overpowered feature in the game Battlefield 1. The QF1 anti-air. Now the discussions about anti-air is normally a very infected and toxic discussion between what is normally less than 1% of the player base, and that is pilots, and a big portion of the rest of the community, which haven't learned how to fly yet or never will, and many of them therefore develop a big hatred for anything that flies. Now the main problem about discussing this is that a lot of people that say anti-air is balanced, anti-air is difficult, it's so hard to hit a fast-moving target because of how much you have to lead. The problem with those people that say that is that they have absolutely no clue whatsoever how hard it is to fly and how hard it is to be that kind of pilot that is good enough for there to be a point having anti-air in the game in the first place. I started flying, I think, in 2009 in a game called Frontline's Fuel of War. I was a heli pilot in Bad Company 2, I was a jet pilot for some time in Battlefield 3, but the most dedication I ever had to flying in any game was in Planetside 2, which I played for about 2 years. And over this time, there is a certain pattern in games that you see that keeps repeating themselves over and over and over again. Now, just like in Battlefield 1, in almost every game you can damage airplanes with basically any weapon at your disposal. You can use whatever weapon you have for whatever class. And with a little bit of effort and a little bit of coordination, you can actually take down planes without even using anti-air. And for about 90% of the player base in a game such as Battlefield 1, you barely need anti-air at all. Except for against a heavy bomber, because that one doesn't really require the same kind of skill, meaning that more people can use it, and it has a lot of damage output and a lot more hit points. So now many times I make the comparison between tanks and its counters. So if a tank is hard countered, you normally can take it out pretty well. That is, unless there are too many other factors in the game that plays in at the same time, which denies you from countering that tank. But that's exactly what the game is all about. If a tanker is good in his tank and the enemies can't counter him, well then that tanker is probably going to do really well that round. If a tanker is hard countered and he has no team to help him out, then that tanker will probably go down quite fast as well. But normally, in most situations, tank versus anti-tank has a tendency to turn into an interesting fight. A fight that is decided by the best team or the best players at that specific point in time. And that is what makes it interesting, when you have that balance. I think Battlefield 1 is reaching that balance to some degree as of now. But for whatever reason, with the air gameplay and anti-air, it is so very different. When somebody with anti-air shoots at a person in a plane, that person have no chance of fighting back. So despite the fact that there are plenty of anti-air to go around on every map that you can just enter without spawning anything, you can also spawn an artillery truck that has an anti-air loadout. Now you might think that this loadout would have the drawback of not being all that useful for anything else, but there is actually very little that you sacrifice by making this choice. So how can we make this better? How can we make it more interesting and more fair and more balanced? Well, there are two things. First and foremost, I think that the range of the anti-air cannons needs to be reduced significantly. They cover way too much area and basically makes it impossible to fly over a majority of the map with just one anti-air. Now the next thing is the radius of the explosion. The anti-air is way too forgiving for poor aim. Now I would respect and understand it if a player shoots me down because he has learned how to handle the weapon and he is good at it. It makes perfect sense, but things like that doesn't matter at all when it comes to anti-air. And don't try to convince me that it's hard to lead with it, because it really isn't. Now, I do understand that there might be some people that want to say, hey Matti, I've seen your stream, I've seen you shoot down anti-air several times, and when you do, they go down in a matter of a few seconds. Now that is true. There are some tricks that you can do, there are some ways that you can be smart about how you fly, but basically what it comes down to is that if you see an anti-air shooting on another aircraft, that is your cue. If you're able to surprise them, something that, of course, if you're lucky enough, isn't all that hard to do if you see them shooting in a completely different direction, and for the time being they don't have you in their sight, then yes, that's the perfect opportunity. He's just sitting on it. He's not shooting with it. Oh, he's shooting a tank with it. Oh, okay.
We are losing objective Duff.
You cannot beat.
I disabled it. Disabled him.
Yeah. Destroyed.
The guy is still here though.
Oh, yeah. I got bombed by a premature bomber, I think. And the guy is still right behind the got this one. There's another one on my body.
Okay.
Yeah, on it. Dead.
Oh my god.
What? Oh god. Yeah. He just walked
Did he flew right into you?
What?
completely into me. I saw his eyes.
See how easy it is to take down air. It is the easiest thing in the world. Just kill 2 planes. So now normally a video like this can bring up some emotions, and there can be some toxicity. It happens. Nothing of what I've said in this video is meant to be disrespectful, nor do I in any way mean to be condescending towards people that haven't learned how to fly or has no interest in it. Anyway, there will be a few more minutes of gameplay here. I hope you have enjoyed the video. My name is Mattias, and I want to thank you all for watching.
Oh, that's anti-air.
Yep.
Fucking deep.
Whoa. We're getting stomped by anti-air. Lord Creepy, man, is playing so good I suck. And planes. Planes is hard, man. Planes is hard. There's nothing to feel ashamed not being good in planes. Takes a long time to learn that.
Enemy plane on the right, going for us.
Did we take that tank down? Yeah.
Disabled.
Down. Alright, nice.
I jumped out.
Alright, cool.
Shooting from D, be careful.
Yeah.
We are in range.
Alright, yeah. Kill him.
Nice.
A sentry kit.
Yeah, it's great when they're shooting on someone else.
Oh yeah.
That's the best.
That's the best. The best.
So little time, yeah, I know, man. I know what you're saying, Lord Creepy.
We have taken objective Charlie.
Bail.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
We have lost objective Edward.
Düşman tayyaresi tam yukarıda.
Aha, anti-air got me. We can do it. No, don't shoot back, don't shoot back.
Luftschiff gesichtet, scheiß jetzt da drauf.